Hello there, Kyle Katarn here,
And the Bendu.
coming back for another reaction to Ahsoka. This is episode 3. Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the blockades that are stationed around the planet in front of a massive hyperspace ring, which we've got to talk about. But first,
Yes, so there is obviously a couple thoughts that need to be had, like after watching episodes 1 and 2. Again, also, thank you everyone for watching, and we love your comments and questions and everything. It's
keep them coming,
trippy,
please.
It's trippy getting back onto the routine of reactions and things. But,
It's been a while. It's been a while since the last show came out. You know, I feel a little
or
rusty.
that like we've been on something together. But yeah, so something that I would like to talk about that's been all over the Star Wars Twitter is the Sabine stabbing, and
Okay. Let's do it.
the
Let's wade in.
lethality and like the lethality of gut wounds and the lethality of saber stabbings that we've seen in live action, like historically, like throughout the thing, because everyone's just like, Qui-Gon's entered the chat and like, oh man, why wasn't surviving a lightsaber stabbing like canon in my time? And it's like, okay, so there's a lot of things to touch on here. So with Reva and Sabine, both of them were very much stabbed like in the side, away directly from the spine. Like they were definitely
region.
more like kidney or like liver stabbed, sort of a deal. So it wasn't necessarily something that would be immediately lethal. Especially when it comes to lightsabers, this is something that automatically cauterizes as it cuts, because it's a fucking...
That's a fair point.
It's a fucking plasma. It's a hot ass, just goes in, out, burns.
Right, and it doesn't leave like it's not a bleeding wound.
Exactly. It's not like an actual physical stab wound.
Sure.
So when it comes to like the medical attention, the immediate medical attention that Sabine was able to get, the fact that they were able to put a med pack on her like immediately, like there was a lot of immediate care went into Sabine versus what could have been given to Qui-Gon. Getting into Qui-Gon, he was straight up stabbed through the stomach, through the spine, like complete. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts. Like Maul wanted him dead.
It was a kill shot, an instant kill.
Not just like, I just want to make this painful for you. It's questionable what Shin's intention was. If Shin just wanted to like mortally wound Sabine,
I feel like if she wanted to kill her, she could have killed her.
Right? There was a couple of times in that fight that she easily could have just head.
I think there's more to her character, but I think that she has enough precision in a fight too. She can stab exactly where she wants to stab.
Yeah.
And if she didn't stab her in a vital place, then that was on purpose.
Exactly. So, and then going back to Qui-Gon, so yeah, that was definitely a direct like stab to the stomach, through spine, done, gone. Plus, the fight that was happening between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, or Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, were completely taking up any sort of preemptive time that happened for Qui-Gon to get any sort of medical care. So it's like,
which, fair to point out, is the medical care of like 40 years ago.
That too, right?
Think about medical care now versus medical care 40 years ago. A lot of advances get made, And for me personally, like, I think that there are ways to justify kind of like the way that they've used stabbing so many times in a non-lethal context recently. And part of the fun is trying to like dissect the logic of these things. But at the end of the day, I think the real rule of thumb is like a person will survive a lightsaber stab if the writers want them to survive. It's just a narrative device.
So
which makes it makes it really frustrating when like there could have been other ways to wound Sabine and to cause dramatic tension and to give us like some danger and some stakes without like something as eyebrow raising as impaling her with a lightsaber. I think it's a valid criticism.
Off, or like
you could have slashed her real good, a la Finn in the back. It's recoverable from, but there's always that question of, did they survive? We won't know yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's just a narrative device. But also, like I said, part of the fun of being a Star Wars fan is trying to figure out how things work in universe and what the reasoning could be behind it.
That's true.
Like when George Lucas misspoke and used parsec as a unit of distance, instead of time when he was describing the Kessel Run, people called attention to that fact, and his response brilliantly was, Well, it goes close to a black hole, which bends the space-time continuum. So the closer you fly to the black hole, the shorter of a distance you actually travel on the run. And so it was correct to say parsecs as a unit of distance.
That's great.
So it's kind of a fun like tradition in Star Wars to like bullshit your way through explanations to things that maybe didn't make sense in the writing room, and they're being like retroactively given this new context, and they're trying to do that with lightsabers right now.
I don't know. That's true, but like, and then going to Force Awakens too, we get to see Kylo Ren, who kills Han Solo again with a straight gut stab through the spine with his own lightsaber. Granted, Han Solo also fell to his death, so there was a lot of impact with that.
If the stab didn't kill him, the fall definitely.
And then immediately after, like as we've seen with Chewbacca shoot his bowcaster and like shatter the chest plate of a stormtrooper. Fucking Kylo takes a full-on cut, like bowcaster blast to the fucking side, and he's punching himself in the fucking ribs, bleeding out all over the place, just to prove
he's
that
feeding into it.
Yeah, just to prove that
drawing power from his pain.
With the power of hatred, you can stay alive, and that's kind of what Reva's deal was too. Like even though she got stabbed by Vader, who just literally wanted to cause her pain, and like Inquisitor,
I mean that's Maul's deal as well, right? That's Maul's deal as well. He got cut in half, and he just like plugged the hole with trash and was really angry about it and survived for like years.
Exactly.
So, I guess the lesson to be learned here is that logic means nothing if you're angry enough.
Yeah. Dark side wise,
like legit. It sounds funny, but it's true. Like if you have enough hatred, you'll just survive. You can feed off of that somehow, and having access to the Force, I'm sure, is a huge part of it, right?
Yeah. 100%.
This is not things that you and I could do. This is things that powerful, force-sensitive people can achieve.
Yeah, pure willpower keeping you alive. But I'm just saying, so that's like, there's yes, to some degree, plot armor plays a role into it, but I think also like, just collectively, what we've seen, like, yeah, she could have done something way more dramatic, like a slash behind the back, or like scarred her face or some shit.
Or hey, just throwing it out there, cut off her hand.
I know, right? Like, how many hands have been cut off?
That's right out of the Star Wars playbook.
But yeah, but then like something you said on Twitter also about how that stabbing was also very reminiscent of the hero assassin stabs when Jet Li was
totally,
intentionally severely wounding, but like not wanting to kill you. But yeah,
I love that movie. I need to watch that movie again.
I feel like part 3 we're gonna get a lot more answers. But what were your final thoughts on the first 2 episodes before we jump into episode 3?
Yeah, having had a week to really digest the 2-episode premiere now, it really is giving me Dark Empire vibes in all the best ways. Only like replace the looming threat of Palpatine with Thrawn, Stylistically, aesthetically, it feels like it comes right out of Legends. Like I love the spin on the lightsabers that Shin and Balin have. I don't know, man. I'm just really enjoying the fact that we're getting Rebels characters in live action. It has the novelty of it hasn't worn off for me yet, and I'm still very like excited.
Shout out to Hugh Yang also for like,
he's killing it.
Fucking amazing from transitioning from animation to live action. Like
the fact that he's all practical, he looks amazing. David Tennant's absolutely killing it. But we've got an episode waiting for us. I can't wait. We got to dive into it right now. Are you ready, best friend?
I am best friend.
Do it.
Dude, we were just talking about his back arms.
Right?
He's totally good side Grievous. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's cool. Look, it records your slashes so you can see how much variation there is.
Fuck yeah.
Yang, let's try something else. How about Zatoichi?
Oh no. Zatoichi! Dude, are they practicing different forms right now?
You're training the body, but you must also open your mind. Learning to wield the Force takes a deeper commitment.
Yeah, your bending is strong, but your chakras are closed.
According to Hu Yang, I'm the worst candidate to be a Jedi out of every Jedi he's ever known.
You told her that?
It's true.
Burn.
Here, put this on. You're joking.
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
I can't see. How am I supposed to fight?
That's Luke's sentence.
That's awesome. She literally just handed her a lightsaber boken, and her headgear is totally like a kendo face guard. Like kendo fighting is what inspired the original choreography of lightsabers.
Feel my presence. Follow my voice.
His fucking eyes.
Is Sabine gonna do it? Is she gonna start anticipating it through the Force?
There's something so 80s about the, like, drum beat. I love it. It's like training montage. Ooh! Bro, her form, though.
Yeah, Hu Yang's even, like, starting to pay attention.
Well, he's still unimpressed. He's still doing the weird half eyeball
Yeah.
thing, which is hilarious.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh.
Anger and frustration are quick to give power, but they also unbalance you. Let's go again.
Fuck yeah. You know, I didn't fully get Ahsoka's stoicness in the live action portrayals at first, but like I think I understand. Like she's reached a level of enlightenment.
Because she's going through, like, I don't want to say she's depressed, but, like,
hard pass.
at this point in Ahsoka's life, like, a lot of shit's happening. in
Anyways,
Ahsoka.
what's happened? Oh yes.
God,
New
look how
Republic
beautiful.
fleet. Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, look at all the aliens.
There are several senators with her. One of them is Ziono.
Wait, did she just say Ziono? As in Kazuda Ziono from Resistance?
How's young Jason?
Fine, Chancellor. In fact, he's on board. Somewhere.
They're not going to show us. He's here somewhere.
I was attacked by Imperial loyalists, still working for Morgan Elsbeth.
We have former Imperials working throughout every level of the new...
God damn it, the New Republic has no teeth.
Long live the Empire doesn't sound like the kind of loyalty we're looking for.
Man, Hera has no time for... Like, she's so flippant. Well, unfortunately, we have lost the Bendu due to technical difficulties. He's being jammed by the Empire right now. So I'm going to be continuing the reaction solo. Bendu's going to watch it on his own time when he can. Sorry about that. Thanks for bearing with us. On with the reaction.
But I believe their activity speaks to a larger operation, involving Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
It's kind of awesome hearing Mon Mothma say his name.
Isn't this just another attempt to gain New Republic resources to aid in what has ultimately been your personal quest to find Ezra Bridger?
Oh, damn.
And that you conveniently use a threat of Thrawn's return to acquire those resources.
I didn't realize Kazuda's father was such a hardliner. He's a stick in the mud.
Were you ever in the war, Senator?
No.
Damn.
Just sat back and waited to see who came out on top?
Oh. Whew. She does not care who she's speaking to. The things she's seen, though, can you blame her?
I've spent most of my life fighting a war, and that's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is dead. And I'm sorry to say it is my opinion that your friend Ezra Bridger heroically died with him.
You don't know that.
General.
Man, that's fucked. Don't tell her that, like, someone she loves as a son is dead. Man, Senator Ziono is like the new Borsk Felaya in canon. And Kaz talks about his father being strict, but like, whew.
That went well.
Hey, Mom.
Seriously.
Mom. Is it true Aunt Sabine is gonna be a Jedi?
He has green hair.
Chopper told me.
Wow.
Be a Jedi?
Yeah, I know you do, Jason.
Oh, man. That was a good acting moment. You could tell that she was thinking about Kanan.
Well, like you said, weapons I can handle. It's
They're going to raise and lower this, like, table and chairs as many times as they can.
always has been.
You can tell they're very proud of themselves for coming up with this.
I was hoping that the urgency of our situation could expedite my training a bit.
I'm afraid it doesn't work like that.
You can't just rush it.
I can't use the Force.
The Force resides in all living things, even you.
If that's true, then why doesn't everyone use it?
Talent is a factor.
Nice. This is great. We're finally getting a little bit more exposition about her Force status. Because the Force connects all living beings, you know? It's just not everyone has the sensitivity to manipulate the Force around them.
Not everyone can handle the type of discipline
everyone's open
takes
to it.
master the ways of the Force.
Exactly. It's about discipline, practice, and repetition. And talent is a big part of it. That's a beautiful shot. Look at the hyperspace reflecting off of Hu Yang. See, this is what the volume is perfect for. Stuff like this.
You both knew this wouldn't be easy.
Well, what you said didn't help.
I only spoke the truth. You realize, historically, there have been very few Mandalorians who ever became.
I love it. This is absolutely the discourse on Star Wars Twitter right now between these two.
I suppose you do come from a long line of non-traditional Jedi. In that way, she fits right in.
Yeah. Not just Anakin, but Qui-Gon Jinn himself. He was a maverick. Come on, Sabine.
Force is in all of us.
I don't think it's going to happen here. I think that if she can use the Force, it's going to happen in the final episode. It's like a big, big moment. See, like, that's the thing. Like, even if it moves just like an inch, like the slightest little rattle, and that'd be motivation enough to just never give up.
Hera, great. How far are you in the fleet?
Unfortunately, I won't be joining you for this one.
Yeah, the meeting did not go great.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Sabine. But it's not up to me. I don't follow the order.
Hera?
Oh, we're being jammed.
My last scan indicates the transport was in orbit on the far side of the planet. There also seems to be a second object, something much larger.
The hyperspace ring, which is definitely big enough to fit the Chimera in it, right? Like, that's the game plan here. Oh, here we go.
Tailgun, please. On it.
Let's do this.
Tailgun ready.
Copy that. 2 and 3.
Shin's fighter looks a lot like a modified version of General Grievous's craft, doesn't it? Come on, Sabine. Oh! Oh my god, hit them! You're supposed to be hot shit! I guess that makes sense. She hasn't done anything for a couple years now, so she would be a little rusty. Oh my god, Shin has the most, like, crazy look of determination on her face. She's unhinged.
Move on my signal?
Copy.
Alright.
Get ready.
Come on, teamwork time, let's go. I love it. From the front view, the fighters kind of look like little P-38s. It is bugging me a little bit that Sabine is missing so much. But she's really used to, like, doing this in cohesion with Hera at the helm. So, like, it is different. I get that. Yes!
Good work.
Great, kid. Don't get cocky. Sick. I love it when it rotates like that. Ooh! Yes! That's the Sabine that I know.
I'm surprised you let them get this far. Stay clear. I shall deal with them.
Morgan Elsbeth out here living her best life. Love this for her.
Rock, form up on my wing and wait for my signal.
Everyone's like, it's totally Sam Witwer. We just have to wait for him to speak so we can hear his voice. And he's like, what a voice.
Open fire.
I actually really like these turbo laser turrets. They're like a perfect blend of the First Order looking ones and the ones from the Star Destroyers.
See if you can get a little closer.
Are you crosswire?
Closer, please.
He's doing it again. What's up with his speech? Is he just really old or is he losing power? These ship shots are they're just gorgeous. Fuck yes.
Just a moment. Scan complete.
Nice. Oh shit, wait, what?
Destroyed.
Oh no, Ahsoka and Sabine died. That's a beautiful shot of it, just derelict floating like that though.
Leave him. I need you to run a full diagram.
See, if I was Morgan Elsbeth, I would definitely be trying to confirm that kill. We're talking about a Jedi and a Mandalorian here. You need confirmation of that.
You almost got them.
I have eyes on them. We'll take it from here.
Was that a little dig? Was that a little jab? What? What? Oh, let's fucking go! Oh my god, this is just like Plo Koon. He taught her well. I am loving her, like, head protection. This is great. Ooh, what? Yes! Oh, what? Fuck yes! That was amazing.
Sabine! Did you fix the ship yet?
Oh my god, this feels like Rebels. Like, that was a Rebels-esque action sequence.
Get ready.
Nice. And the only two fighters left is Shin and Marek, and I don't think either of them are going to die just yet. So how's this going to end? Oh, get in there! That was so dope. That was one of the coolest action sequences we've gotten in a long time. That was really creative and felt like it came right out of the Clone Wars and Rebels. Oh, yes! Also, I love the way her ship moves. The rotating axis like that, it's like the best parts of a B-Wing. Fuck yes! Oh god, they're beautiful. Majestic. Is this Sabine's first time seeing them since that day? God, these visuals right now are unreal. Somehow seeing the Purrgil just makes it real for me. Oh my god, come on. Oh! Oh, they're two tentacles. I thought two whales were belly bumping for a second.
I've got an opening.
Do you? Nice. Totally gave him the slip. Yeah, I really think that those are modified versions of Grievous's fighter. Like, the cockpit shots are the same as well.
Complete.
Welcome back.
Took my battery back up a while to cycle, I suppose. What did I miss?
Well, you are like 26,000 years old, so it's okay.
Anything interesting?
Indeed. The good news is the enemy vessel is still under construction and not yet complete. The Jedi archives speak of intergalactic hyperspace lanes between galaxies, which used to follow the migration paths
Of the
star
Purrgil.
whales named Purrgil.
Love that.
Like the ones we just saw.
God, and we are like this close to canonizing Outbound Flight right now. Meanwhile, Balin's just looking as cool as possible.
Hunt them down.
He's done.
Who are these biologicals that are working with them? They're not droids, and they're not Darksiders. Mercenaries, perhaps? Oh, he has the quiet confidence of a man with a plan right now. He's ready for Ahsoka. Is that it? Oh, this one was super short. Another Steph Green in a row. This was fantastic. I think this is my favorite episode so far, for sure. The zero gravity fight scene on top of the... it was so, like, Rebels just in its DNA. I loved that. Getting the training sequence early on was really cool, too. I like that it was reminiscent of not only A New Hope with Luke and Ben, obviously, but the actual training implements they were using were very evocative of Kendo, which is the samurai fighting style. You see it in all of Kurosawa's movies, which is what influenced George Lucas doing the choreography originally. So that was a really nice full circle moment to include it that way. Yeah, this is great. This episode was too short for me. I could have used like twice the length, but I'm happy to take what I can get, honestly. Yeah, fantastic. Kazuda Xiono's father, Senator Xiono, a bit of a dick. And you know what? I appreciate that. We needed a like stick in the mud Republic senator character to fill the void left by Borsk Felaya in Legends. He was a Bothan senator. Was always like gumming up the works and holding things up for Mon Mothma and Leia trying to make progress. So that's a welcome addition. It's too bad he's not a Bothan though. We don't have any Bothans in this universe, and it's starting to really perplex me. It's like, what are they saving them for? At this point, it better be something huge. Because they're canon. They've been canon since Return of the Jedi, but we still don't have any on-screen Bothans. And they're not allowed to be depicted in graphic novels either. So it's like, I don't know what the plan is, but they clearly have something in the works. Or at least I hope they do. Otherwise, it's a very wasted species. Seeing the Purrgil was emotional. It had just as big an impact on me as when I saw them for the first time in Mandalorian in the hyperspace sequence. It just really, like, it makes it real for me somehow. Like, that was the iconic piece of the Rebels puzzle that has been missing until now. Absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna have to go up and look at old pictures of Grievous's TIE fighter, Soulless One TIE fighter, his space fighter, because it really looked like the same kind of craft that Shin was flying in. It just had like different wings on it. Yeah, I was thoroughly satisfied with that episode. I thought that was fantastic. Ahsoka's getting better and better. It really is. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to Ahsoka. And I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Bendu would love to have been here for the full episode. We will both be here reacting to the next episode next week. Don't worry about that. These things happen sometimes. And I'm sure we will get a little update on his thoughts on the episode as well very soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the Disney blockade. If you want to check out the full-length, uncut version of this reaction, it is available on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.